So thank you, sir. And I am from AIMS Bathinda, and this is my institute. I am working as a professor and head in the Department of Pharmacy Medicine. So till now we are having the 22 AIMS in India. And in 2012, the initial 6 AIMS were started by the UPA. And after that, in various phases, the AIMS were started, and now the 16 new AIMS are also there. And AIMS Bathinda is one of them. And I would like to share you that among the new AIMS, which were started after the 2012, somewhere in 2018. So after the 6 years of gap, these new AIMS were started, and among these 16 AIMS, the AIMS Bathinda is the only one where we have started the autopsy work. So this is relevant to my topic because just before 3 months I have started with my team of AIMS Bathinda the autopsy work there, but I got so many challenges in getting the manpower, especially in mortuary. So we were having the space, we were having the equipment, but we were not having the manpower, especially for the mortuary. So doctors were there, technical staff was there, but especially regarding this mortuary attendant and mortuary technicians we were not having. So that's why I thought that why it should not be shared. I want to share my experience that how I face these challenges and how I overcome. And what are the challenges we want to start the mortuary in any of the area. So this is the overview of my presentation. So when I started regarding the staff or manpower requirement, then my administration asked to me that how many staff you require in mortuary. So that was the first question, and with that the story begins. So challenges in getting in manpower in mortuary are almost similar in all hospitals. Whether we are working anywhere in India, whether we are working at the CSC, whether we are working in the primary health center, or in a district hospital, or in a medical college, or in any of the premier institute like AIMS, JIPMER, or anywhere. So the challenges are almost same. So first question was there to me that how many staff is required in the mortuary. So at least whenever we ask to our admin regarding anything, that we have to submit any benchmark regarding that. So as we are the central institute of the ministry, so I took this Ministry of Health and Family Welfare DGHS guidelines, which we are published on the 27th of March in 2014. So these guidelines were prepared by some of the stalwarts of the forensic medicine in Delhi under the Dr. Adarsh Kumar sir was one of the key persons in preparing these guidelines. And these guidelines are clearly showing that how many manpower is required in the mortuary to begin for the autopsy work. And as we are the central institute, so we prepared these guidelines as these are coming from the Ministry of Health itself, from the Government of India. So just I compiled all these guidelines, and here you can see how many staff in mortuary we require when we are going to perform the autopsy. So suppose we are going to start the autopsy area or autopsy in any of the central institute, and we are assuming that we will have around 100 autopsies per year. Then here you can see in the yellow column, then MD forensic medicine specialist we will require 2, postmortem assistant 1, postmortem technician for disinfection and all area 1, PM 1, clerk 1, and remember morgue attendant or mortuary attendant, as in some of the areas it is known as sweeper. They are 8. So if we will total this manpower for 100 autopsies, then it is the 14, and plus 4 is the security staff. So 18 staff is required in mortuary to just begin with, if you are thinking that 100 autopsies will come to you in a year. If any additional 100 autopsies are coming, then in the second column you can see the what extra addition you have to make. So for the 100 autopsy, we will require 14 staff in mortuary. And I think this 14 of the staff is not anywhere in India. In any of the premier institute, this staff is not there, while these guidelines are the recent and proposed by the ministry itself. Again, if I am I am in a AIMS, and if I am assuming that we will conduct the 500 autopsies per year, so here you can see I will require at least 2 plus 6 is equal to 8 forensic experts. And with that, as the HOD and in charge means second next to HOD person, he will remain busy in some of the administrative work, so he will not be counted in this actual workforce. So that guideline is also given in this ministry of the. So I will require here, you can see the at least 4 faculty and 4 SR who should be MD forensic medicine. And with that, I will require at least 29. So 29 of the staff, including the photographer, clerk, PM, radiology technician, as we are in the Central Institute, we are already having our portable X-ray machine and all that. So that is required. And now the upcoming area of the virtual autopsy. So we should have the one post of the radiology technician for that also. So this much of the staff is required as per the guidelines of the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. So what is the current scenario? ये तो उन्होंने गाइडेंस दिया, but actually होता क्या? We are all you are the senior persons and we are working since long back in forensic medicine. So actually this is the current scenario. We are working at PSC and CSC. We are having only one person on the contract basis for doing this all work. We are at the district level, maximum 2. And in medical colleges level where our all friends are there. So 3 plus 1, maximum 4. Out of that, 2 will be on the regular basis, or 2 or 3 will be on the contract basis. So that is the actual scenario we are facing presently. So my next question is, so do we have sanction post or permanent post? Again, this is a big challenge. So as I am working in AIMS, but unfortunately we are not having any sanctioned post or permanent post for the morgue attendant or mortuary technician to start the work of autopsy. So that is again surprising. So there is a big no that we are not having the sanctioned post to recruit any person. And very small yes. At some of the institute, 1 or 2 posts may be given to you by the administration on the permanent basis. Otherwise, we have to rely only on the contract people. So that is the current scenario. Why it is so? ऐसा क्यों होता है? So क्यों ये हुआ? Because the mortuary work is neglected from the government side. So they think that we guys are not of much useful for them. We are not adding anything in prevention of any kind of mortality or supporting in any of the health issues. Some of the orders are also issued at times by the government authorities that the night postmortem should be done. But again, they are saying the night postmortem should be done, but they are not talking about the staff, that whether they will provide the extra staff to conduct the autopsy night or not. So if we are, suppose in some of the institute we are having some of the sanction posts, then what? Can we recruit these persons? No. Again, that is the big change. So actually we don't have any kind of recruitment rules for the recruitment of the morgue attendant, mortuary technician. Because I was also working as a 3 years as a chairman of recruitment cell, so I know how the staff or faculty or the technicians or the paramedical staff is recruited, and so many people are also here who are experienced in this area. So I want to share my experience here. If we want to, suppose we want to get OT technician, so you have to publish some of these seats with the roster, you know? And you will give some of the eligibility criteria in advertisement, then this much of the age should of that person should be there, and this person should have a degree in PSC OT technician. with some of the experience of 2 year, 5 year or 8 years accordingly. Or at least he should have a diploma in that category. Similarly, if you are going to appoint a ECG technician, it will require BSc in ECG technician course. He should have a diploma or degree courses with some of the experience. But what about morgue attendant? What about mortuary attendant? Suppose आपने सरकार ने आपको पोस्ट दे दी कि आप रिक्रूट कर पाएंगे? Do we have any of the BSc mortuary technician course in India? No. Do we have any experience from any government colleges to any person in India? No. So, are we prepared for future? So even we are not prepared for the future also. Not at this time, as I face the challenges in recruiting of the manpower in mortuary, but even we are not ready for the future also, as we are not having any kind of the BSc technician course in mortuary attendant, mortuary technician and all that. While there is a huge demand of such kind of the people in different areas. This mortuary attendant, it is not only required in forensic medicine, but this staff is also required in pathology department, remember. So they are doing different types of the work there. These people are also required in anatomy department. So they are having the essential post of the technician in anatomy, pathology, and similarly in forensic medicine. But unfortunately, the courses are not there. And what kind of work they do in these departments, you can see here. So why we don't have suitable candidates for mortuary? अगर हम लोग recruit करना चाह रहे हैं, then we cannot find a suitable candidate for that. Why? So there is absence of education and training, lack of availability of the qualified candidates, negative perception about the mortuary work in common masses and common people, और कि यार ये काम तो अच्छा नहीं है और ये ऐसा काम है. There are negative perceptions about that. Emotional demands of the job, definitely. So whenever we are working in the mortuary, there is the person should be strong enough so mortuary staff work with deceased and their families who are grieving the loss of loved one, and this can be emotionally challenging one for anyone. So it is not an easy task to do by anyone. Again, there are limited job growth opportunities. So if one person is appointed on a technician or morgue attendant, he will remain on the same post even after the 20 years or 10 years. There is no promotion in that. So again, that is the big challenge of that. So in all these absences, there should be education and training program. It may be difficult to find out the suitable candidates for these posts. So if we are not having any sanction post, तो हम लोग काम कैसे कर रहे हैं? How we are working? So no sanction post means that again we are reaching at the same place. We are relying on the outsourced people or on the contract people. So that is, these people are not trained. We are hiring them. We are training them. We are giving the different types of the training to them. हम लोग उसको सिखाते हैं, 6 महीने तक उसको समझाते हैं, इमोशनली स्ट्रॉन्ग करते हैं, कई सारे फायदे बताते हैं, तब जाके वो बंदा हाँ कुछ टाइम के लिए रुकने के लिए तैयार होता है. Then the things start. Actually, in this way we are doing, and even I also did it in AIDS. But remember, I have had a long chat with these guys also. So they are also having so many problems. अगर हम if we will put ourselves in their shoes, what kind of the challenges these contract people or mortuary workers they are having. So challenges regarding the outsourced staff in mortuary. Definitely it is not a permanent post, contract post, very low pay. So only skilled, semi-skilled or highly skilled. So there are only 3 criteria or whatever the contractor is giving the pay to them. If the administration is good enough, they will get at least the full salary. Otherwise, sometimes they are receiving the very less salary while they are signing on the higher one. This scenario is also there. Unfortunately, they are receiving only salary of 26 days, not even 30 days. उनको 30 दिन तक तनख्वाह भी नहीं मिल पाती. 4 दिन की उनकी सैलरी काट दी जाती है. So these are the rules for the contractual staff. So it is very unfortunate. Limited benefits, they are having the very limited benefits, and they are having the other better opportunities. क्यों आपका पोस्टमार्टम का इतना इन्फेक्शियस, हैजार्डस, चैलेंजिंग काम होता है? दूसरे वार्ड में थोड़ा बहुत साफ सफाई कराएगा, 2 बार चाय बनाएगा, सेम तनख्वाह उसे मिलने वाली। तो ही वुड लव टू प्रेफर दैट काइंड ऑफ द जॉब इन सेम सैलरी इफ ही इज गेटिंग, बिकॉज ही इज कंफर्टेबल देयर. So there are other opportunities in the hospital where he or she would like to work. Again, there are chances of the exposure to the hazardous material in our area. So in some of the institutes and some of the states, the risk allowances has been given to all these individuals. That is a good initiative, and I would request to all that we should take this as a initiative, and we should give them support in the form of risk allowance. So these kind of the things are there with the contractor, these people, and definitely all these challenges we are already having in majority of the institutes. We are not having the consumables like PPE, gloves, कई बार सूचक्स नहीं है, बिस्रा बॉटल नहीं है, boxes नहीं है. We don't have any kind of resting room, surprisingly. These guys are coming at 8 AM. Sometimes postmortem आ रहा है, रात को भी आ रहा है. They are doing there. जहाँ autopsy कर रहे हैं वहीं रहता है, वहीं नहा रहा है, वहीं अपना खाना खा रहा है. So again, these situations, as we all know, these are not good for these guys. So they don't have even washroom or shower room. When he want to return to his home, can he have a shower? Can he have a well dressed and go to him with a smiling face? So no, these facilities again are not there in majority of the autopsy areas. So these are the challenges from their side. Poor working conditions, as we all know. I'm not going in detail in that, as we are the experienced people, we are aware regarding that. Lack of job training, as I have already discussed. If these guys are not well trained, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट से सीधे मार दिए जाते हैं, देन हम लोगों को सिखाते हैं काफ़ी टाइम तक, काफ़ी कुछ समय के बाद लोगों का ट्रेन होता है. नो अपॉर्चुनिटी ऑफ हाइक इन सैलरी एंड प्रमोशन. एंड आई ऑलरेडी डिस्कस कि अगर कोई बंदा अनस्किल्ड में एंटर हुआ है, इवन आफ्टर दी 5 years ही विल रिमेन दी सेम सैलरी ऑफ अनस्किल्ड. ही विल रिमेन इवन आफ्टर 10 years, 15 years इन सेम सैलरी. आज भी उसको 12,000 मिलता है, 10 साल के बाद भी 12,000 मिलता है. सो अगेन दैट इज़ द अनफॉर्चुनेट पार्ट, दैट देयर इज़ नो हाइक इन दी सैलरी ऑफ दीज पीपल. और काम हम लोग इनसे क्या कराते हैं, यू कैन सी द लॉन्ग लिस्ट. शिफ्टिंग ऑफ द डेड बॉडी, स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द शिफ्टिंग ऑफ द डेड बॉडी फ्रॉम द morgue van or from the whatever this autopsy. They have to do the work of autopsy, preservation of ceiling of viscera, then cleaning and disinfection of the area, maintenance of cold room, report collection, embalming का भी आ रहा है, तो indent उनको लेके आना, personal work of staff कई बार. So these are the things they are having the multiple things. So how to overcome all these challenges? So I have already discussed in short that these are the, we are having the lack of sanction posts, but definitely we can request to our administration to give us or to share the technician post to the mortuary. So attendant, mortuary technician के लिए आपको कोई स्पेशल पोस्ट नहीं देगा, लेकिन देर आर दी पोस्ट ऑफ टेक्नीशियन इन द इंस्टीट्यूट कि भाई 30 पोस्ट है या 50 पोस्ट है टेक्नीशियन. फ्रॉम दैट पूल यू कैन टेक 2 पोस्ट फॉर द mortuary. If you will continuously pursue this case with your administration, if you will be able to explain this कि नहीं सर हमारा काम बहुत ज़रूरी है, ये है सब है, तो आप हमें भी टेक्नीशियन दीजिए. नहीं तो वो रेडियोलॉजी में टेक्नीशियन देंगे, पैथोलॉजी में देंगे, माइक्रोबायोलॉजी में देंगे, फॉरेंसिक में नहीं देंगे. बट यू हैव टू कंटिन्यूसली फाइट विद दैट. सो दिस फ्रॉम दैट पूल यू हैव टू टेक योर परमानेंट पोस्ट. सेकेंड थिंग, कुछ वैकेंट पोस्ट पड़ी रहती है जिसके अंदर कोई बंदा आता नहीं है. सपोज कार्डियोलॉजी के अंदर परफ्यूजनिस्ट की पोस्ट पड़ी है, लेकिन कोई बंदा आ नहीं रहा. अपन एडवर्टाइज हम कर रहे हैं, बट नोबडी इज़ रेडी टू जॉइन. तो उसके अगेंस्ट में हम लोग अपना स्टाफ ले सकते हैं. सो एटलीस्ट दीज गाइस शुड गेट दी फुल सैलरी एट द एंड ऑफ द मंथ, 30,000, 40,000 अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर स्केल. So all these are the areas by which we can come over according to the lack of the sanction post. And definitely we should start the training courses for the mortuary technician and attendants in our various institutes. And we should also think to provide the training on job. कि भाई कॉन्ट्रैक्ट पे हमने बंदा ले लिया, लेकिन आज अगर वो परमानेंट पोस्ट में निकालता तो उसके पास कोई सर्टिफिकेट नहीं है, कि भाई एम्स बठिंडा में ये बंदा काम कर रहा था 6 महीने से, और अगर वो परमानेंट पोस्ट के लिए जाता है, मैं उसको कहता हूँ कि भैया लाओ BSc का डिग्री का या 3 साल का एक्सपीरियंस, ही इज़ नॉट हैविंग एनी काइंड ऑफ सर्टिफिकेट। सो एटलीस्ट वी शुड थिंक कि हमारे यहाँ जो बंदे काम कर रहे हैं, हम उनको ट्रेन कर रहे हैं, उनको सर्टिफाइड करें। तो जब वो एटलीस्ट परमानेंट जॉब के लिए जाएगा, अपना सर्टिफिकेट लगाएगा, तो एटलीस्ट ही कैन गेट ए परमानेंट जॉब और बेटर सैलरी। सो दीज काइंड ऑफ दी थिंग्स वी शुड डन एंड प्रमोट फ्रॉम विद इन। अगर आप परमानेंट पोस्ट कभी भी निकाल रहे हैं, तो हमारे यहाँ जो ऑलरेडी बंदा काम कर रहा है, ट्राई टू प्रमोट दैट पर्सन फ्रॉम दैट पूल। सो रादर देन बाहर से लेने की बजाय हमारे जो बंदे हैं उन्हीं को हम लोग अपॉइंट करेंगे, बिकॉज ही इज़ ऑलरेडी हैविंग द एक्सपीरियंस, ही इज अकस्टम्ड विद योर वर्किंग स्टाइल एंड ऑल। सो दिस बेनिफिट इफ वी आर प्रोवाइडिंग देम, then slightly we can increase the scenario in the work in this field. And this is the final one, that we should always motivate these persons. अगर हम लोग इन हमारे बंदों को मोटिवेट नहीं करेंगे, तो अगेन दे विल बी रिमेन डिप्रेस्ड, दे आर वेरी चैलेंजिंग जॉब. So we should keep motivating them. Yes, you are doing the good job. And what are the various ways? I am having some of here. We can provide the clean and safe workplace. हम लोग उनको कोई रूल दे सकते हैं कहीं डिपार्टमेंट के अंदर है कि चलो भैया यहाँ तुम अपना रेस्ट कर लो, खाना खा लो, एटलीस्ट घर जा रहे हो तो अपना नहा धो के बढ़िया वेल ड्रेस होके जाओ. और हाइजीनिक डिसइंफेक्शन and well-maintained area, and it should be free of hazards. And definitely, they are also human, so they would like to have some of the tea break, lunch, and shower. Locker facility, so that can be easily provided by us to these guys, where they can store their valuables and things. Recognize their contribution. So कई बार वो लोग अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं, कोई अपॉक्सी की है, फायरआर्म का केस किया है, it was a lengthy case. So whenever they are doing some kind of the work, we should recognize their work in a public domain, and we should be thankful to these guys. Health cards and this is again surprising. अभी मैं जब एम्स बठिंडा के अंदर था, तो मेरे पास आयुष्मान भारत के एक जो अधिकारी थे वो वहाँ आए थे. मैंने अपने स्टाफ को बुला के पूछा, मैंने कहा तुम लोगों के पास आयुष्मान कार्ड है? सरप्राइजिंगली नो वन वाज हैविंग आयुष्मान कार्ड. क्या वो बंदा बीमार नहीं पड़ेगा? क्या वो जब रोड पे जा रहा है उसका एक्सीडेंट नहीं होगा? ही इज़ ए पुअर गाय, ही इज़ गेटिंग ए सैलरी ऑफ 26 days ओनली, और जब उसका एक्सीडेंट होगा वी कैन नॉट प्रोवाइड एनी काइंड ऑफ हेल्प. व्हाट इज दिस? दे डोंट हैव इवन आयुष्मान कार्ड, जिससे पूरी दुनिया बेनिफिट हो रही है. मोदी सर ने 5 लाख रुपए का उसकी फैमिली को पूरा इंश्योरेंस को ले सकता है. वो कार्ड भी उसके पास नहीं है. कैन बी प्रोवाइड दैट कार्ड? यस, इट इज़ वेरी सिंपल. I can organize a camp in my institute. So I have already planned that, and after going from this conference, so I have already sent a mail to this Ayushman Bharat authority, and they are ready to have a camp in my campus. So all the people will have a Ayushman card with their family. Saturday को उनका खुद का बनेगा, Sunday को उनकी सारी फैमिली का, कि अगर उसकी मदर को भी बीमार है, कोई फ्रैक्चर हुआ, they will be able to get a free treatment in AIIMS. Otherwise we are helpless for these guys. तो हमारे लिए इतना काम कर रहे हैं, लेकिन जब वो मुसीबत में है, we are helpless. So again it is very surprising and inhuman, I would say. Free vaccination. कितने लोगों का हम वैक्सीनेशन कर रहे हैं? हमारे स्टाफ का हुआ है क्या? उसका HIV उसके वैक्सीनेशन को हुए हैं क्या? वो उसके हेपेटाइटिस से रिलेटेड वैक्सीनेशन जो एसेंशियल है कैन बी प्रोवाइड कर, इट इज फ्री. So we are provided to all human beings, but we are not provided to our staff. So these things we should take care to all these regular health checkups we can provide to these guys, and definitely professional development opportunity जहाँ भी हमको हम लोग फैसिलिटी कर सकते हैं anyways, that should be provided. Certification program, educational support to their children especially. तो कहीं भी हम लोगों के बच्चों को किसी में anyways we can give support, and it would be a great thing. We can provide some of the awards and incentives to our mortuary workers, financial incentives. We can provide them weekly. Yes. So 26 days की सैलरी मिलती है, can we have some arrangement कि उनको 30 days की मिल जाए? So that can be done. फेस्टिवल बोनस, दिवाली बोनस, होली बोनस हम लोग सब पुराने इंस्टीट्यूट में देते हैं. that can be given. पेड टाइम है, जब उसको छुट्टी मिले तो सैलरी उसका कटे नहीं, उसको मिले बेचारे. Flexible work arrangement होना चाहिए. And here I would like to conclude my positive work environment, promote teamwork, recognize staff contribution, motivate our workers, maximum policy And definitely autopsy is a work of team. Together everyone achieves more. Thank you.